Alright, it is Blockchain coming at you with another Bitcoin technical analysis update. Also take a quick look at a few alts as well, and just give an update to my live session that I did on Sunday night when we had that Bitcoin dump. But for those of you who are new to my channel, make sure you jump over to the website blockchaintrading.com and scroll down a little bit, get this little get in touch button right here, and I'll actually send you a video demonstration of my #1 trading strategy that is completely free. And yes, it is profitable, consistent, reliable, and applicable to any market. Also got some blockchain TA gear here, and of course the exclusive Discord. We actually have over 1,000 active traders in there, a lot of them being full-time professionals such as myself. I also have my own channel in there as well, where I post my exclusive updates and my thoughts on the market, just updates to my positions and all that kind of good stuff, as well as a lot of mentorship and learning. But we do have the bonus 14-day trial for just 25 bucks. You can get in there, see what it's about, and then it's 97 a month after that, or you can do the yearly subscription, which is $5.97, which is half off of the monthly price. And then, of course, the overall masterclass for $2.97, which I actually gave 2 away the past couple months, just for those individuals supporting my YouTube channel. I'll also do a couple flash sales and that kind of stuff with it as well. But make sure you guys subscribe, smash the likes, comment below, ring that little nota bell to get the notifications when I do go live or when I do a flash update, or whatever the case may be. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the charts real quick. So we're going to dive straight into Bitcoin here, and this is just an update from the live video that I did on Sunday night. I believe we were roughly around here. I got the nice little scalp up from basically this bounce here up to 35. So a nice couple $1,000 swing, basically 30, we'll just call it 33 to 35. So a couple $1,000 swing right there. And then actually had another position down here, which was also where I was expecting to, if we didn't get the bounce up directly from here, this was my next point of entry. So definitely caught that, expecting this 3-wave move up into this box here. And we definitely got that as well, 36.3. We came up and we tagged the EMA. You know, pretty awesome to see that play out. Played out pretty perfectly. And not only did I get that, I also got the little bit of a dump here, a couple scalps in and outs. But overall, what is the big picture? I mean, the overall move down from the high that we were at, just at the basically almost 42, 41.9. Pretty decent dump. So I mean, just with this move here, I mean, that was a 24% drop in price action. So pretty solid move. I don't think we're done. I am leaning a little bit more to the downside. However, with this wave structure that's been forming out here, I am leaning more towards basically calling this the bottom of the wave here. This whole thing is actually an A wave, looking for a potential B here, and then another C up actually, just because we can see we had this 3-wave move up here, had this move down. Looks like we're kind of consolidating right now, almost in a triangular shape. I wouldn't call it an exact triangle, but we're starting to see that consolidation and indecision where we're at the moment, where this could potentially be a B wave, to where it would go something like this for just here in the middle, basically A, B, and then another C down, where we could potentially double bottom, or even take us down. Looking at that support, it might be a little bit far. Let's go ahead and pull the fib real quick. Actually not super far off. 1.618, which is really what we like to see for the mass extension for the C, the most extension for the C. Sorry, got lost in my thought for a second. But so we'll have that guy as a possibility. These B waves can be a little bit tricky in regards to really can consolidate out, or what we could be looking at is this right here would be the B wave, and we would have another leg up for the C. Let's see, how do we do that? So basically just like that there, and then basically lift off and get back into, you can see right, we're just hovering right around this pivot here, so a lot of indecision. And if that's the case, we would basically kind of just have this right here as the B wave and then launch back up. So we'll look at a couple of the smaller time frames and see where we're at, because that would give us a little bit more information in regards to where we're at. You know, we have not hit the 0.618 from the overall move down yet. I mean, even if I shrink the fib extension to right when it dropped, it still didn't work. So we haven't hit the 0.618. We did hit the 0.5, but generally we'll hit the 0.618 on this kind of stuff if it is a B wave. B waves can get kind of nasty just in regards to the corrections. They kind of bounce all over the place. Lots of indecision, and they typically do form out like these triangular shaped formations here. So we'll kind of pay attention to that. But even from the paint drawings here, this is on the 1 hour. I was expecting the RSI come back up, get rejected on the bottom of the bearish control zone, come back down. Moved down actually a little bit quicker than I thought, but it did move back down, found a little bit of support inside the bearish control zone and popped right back up. So we are sitting right on top of the bearish control zone, and the fast and slow EMAs look like they might have a little bit of a bounce off of each other. We'll see if we get some follow through with it, but it doesn't really look like it on the 1 hour. So let's go ahead and dive into the 15-minute real quick, see where we're at. And then these were the other pivots we want to pay attention to potentially for the move down. Actually, we're going to have a new set come up here shortly, so these ones really won't be as relevant. But we also have the S2 at basically 29K at 1.382, the S1 at 31K. But I think it all kind of depends on this move here, to where if this is another A, basically this would be a B, and then we would have a C come down for this B wave, but then I would expect another C back up before we actually start our another leg down. So you can see we're right underneath this pivot here on the 15-minute. So if we are going to move back up, we want to break up it and find it for support, kind of similar to how we tried right here. We came back and we back tested it, and then we just lost it, and it was resistance. So we're trying to get above it, but we'll kind of see really if you know, we break the trend line right here to start the overall C wave to the downside. So B waves can really break either way just because of how they form. So I'm not really interested in jumping in a position right this second, just in regards to I already got my move up here, and the move down here with setting stop losses and profit just in case. So not interested in jumping in right this second. However, I would jump in upon a confirmation of really either direction. And I think even just a simple breaking a trend line would give us that kind of indication as well. So obviously we have this one down here on the bottom, this one here on the top. I think that would give us an indication of which way we want to go. Looking at some of the smaller time frame indicators, we did just print a nice little sell signal on the market liberator. Really struggling on the RSI to get out of the bearish control zone on this guy. Right on top of it, trying to find it as support, but it's not looking super healthy. Yeah, just a lot of indecision. I think it's got to make a decision here before I do anything, because you can see that the fast and slow and EMA are just sitting on top of each other. RSI is sitting on top of the bearish control zone, so not interested in doing anything right this moment. But to me, with the way that it's forming right now, with it being stuck underneath the pivot, I would look for another leg down, which could even be down to you know, this first S1 at 31.9 before we get a C back up. I would expect for it to come back up and potentially retest the 0.618 at 37K. So I'll do this here. The orange one will be the larger frame count, which we're trying to go. So trying to stay out of the microverse here. Don't want to get too in the weeds because then you can start to just get lost at the bigger picture. So yeah, that's where my thought. I'm still looking for a larger C wave down on this connection though. So that is going to be the connecting part. So I would look for another 5-wave leg down, even if we do get the C up to about 37K. I would look for another 5-wave move to the downside, at which point there's a couple key zones that we need to pay attention to. So let's go back out to the 1 hour. So we do have the S1, which is right here at 28K. We're already underneath the hourly pivot as well, but we have the S1 right at 28K. We have the S2 at 24.9. And that is really the main one I'm paying attention to. The S3, I mean, we're not going to make it straight down there, in my opinion. So the S1 to the S2 are really going to be my main zones of interest in regards to a potential bounce. So really at that 28.5, 20.7 right here is a big area of interest, as well as the one below it for the 24.9. So not looking super strong at the moment, but you can see that even with this little bump up on the indicators on the RSI, that we're kind of just, again, kind of dancing sideways a little bit. Looks to me to be a little bit more like a B wave, and which would give us continuation to the downside. Come back down, test the bottom of the bearish control zone, the volume band, as well as print a nice little buy signal as well on the market liberator. So overall, that's what I'm looking for. Again, not jumping in anything at the moment, just because we can break up and we can break down with where we are at the moment. But if we do break up, I don't see it being super strong. Would really look for it to be at 37.2 if we break up. If we do get above that, then I will reevaluate my count at that point, because with it being a corrective move up, we shouldn't get that high. So I would reevaluate my count, see what I'm looking at. So let's take a quick look at ETH. We're at 12 minutes in. All right, so yeah, ETH really kind of doing the same thing. Take these guys off. This was from the correction coming down from the last video that I did. So obviously with this move coming down, pretty aggressive. I would count this as a 5-wave leg down, but at the same time too, I'd count it as corrective, starting from right here for an A, B, and a C. And if we pull the fib extensions, try and snug it up a little bit here. So after snugging those up, you can see we came down and we hit the 2.236, which is it's overextended for a C wave, but I would still count it as an A and a B and a C right here. So I wouldn't count this overall move down impulsive. But you can see we hit the 2.236, and I bet you if we pull the retracement, sorry, I'm trying to look through the mess. But yeah, if we pull the retracement, we tag the 1.236, which is an expanded B pocket. So that's kind of where a lot of times these moves will get a lot of people, is we'll come up and we'll set a slightly higher high, only to just dump afterwards. Same thing with on a low. We'll come through, we'll set a slightly lower low, which is that expanded B pocket, and then move up for a C wave. Same thing, it really looks pretty similar to Bitcoin. We're just hovering around that pivot, kind of dance around into a triangular formation. Again, looks to be more of a B wave for a potential A, B, and a C up. But it's, not, again, a position which I'm interested in trying to get involved with, just because there's a lot of indecision and these guys can break either way, depending on the movement. But a couple of zones just to pay attention to on ETH, that R1 at 1306, the S1 here on the hourly at 827. But even with this corrective move here, I don't see this as being a 5-wave move up. I see it being a 3-wave for an ABC, with another B wave, and then going back up for another C. So basically I'd see this as an A, and then a B wave, and then another C wave to come back down on a larger scale. To basically do something like that, and then take off again after that, honestly. So let's look at a quick 15-minute, see where we're at. Yeah, still underneath the pivot. So again, that just makes me lean towards, when we can't break above a pivot or a support or resistance, it makes me lean more towards continuation to the downside when we can't break above it. But yeah, it definitely looks to be a B wave, in my opinion. So once we can get some kind of confirmation on which way we will ultimately be going, I'll do another video update. But with these guys, we got to break above 1098 and find it as support for ETH before we get continuation up. But I am, again, even if we do get another leg up, which almost looks like, with the potential B wave right there, it is very possible that we could do something like so. But we're also going to be, like I said, going to be getting a new set of support and resistance zones here. So that 120, or I guess the 1229 would be I again wouldn't see it really going far above that. Let's go ahead and just do the retracement real quick. Yeah, you can see we did go through the 618 slightly on ETH. But ETH honestly likes the 786 on a lot of correctiveness, which is right underneath that R1 at 1,202. So, yeah, it just needs to decide ultimately. But yeah, I'm looking for another leg down, and then we'll be paying attention to those hourly zones of interest, like the 827. But on a larger time frame, similar to Bitcoin, it doesn't look the super healthiest, in my opinion, as we did just get another little sell signal here on the market liberator. The CB index can't make it above. Actually, we did actually make it above the fast and slow EMA on that guy, but RSI, we got to find that fast EMA as support if we're going to try and turn that around here. If not, I'll look for further continuation to the downside for, again, a three-wave move ABC, then potentially blast off again from there. So on a larger scale, looking at this three-wave correctiveness being a fourth wave, same thing with Bitcoin on a fourth wave, just to get it onto the higher scale. And actually looks like we're moving on down from where I think we're hovering around 34. So nice little $300 drop here. Last thing I want to take a quick look at, I'll take a quick look at Link and just let you guys go. So let's see. So from my last update, again, was looking for a three-wave move up, which we looks like we did get. We did break through that, actually. So it looks like we had an extended fifth wave, but again, looks like another ABC corrective. It looks pretty similar with where we're at. Again, doesn't look the healthiest and the strongest from a potential bounce, so I would look for continuation to the downside. So pretty much another smaller B wave, an ABC, try and test the pivot. Again, I don't see it getting honestly above the pivot for Link. Max, that 17.6 is where I would really see this thing going, but would look personally for something like that here. And we'll pay attention to that hourly support at 11.5. So again, guys, not financial advice, just my thoughts. Wanted to do a quick update, especially from my live video for those of you who joined in. And if you like my content, make sure you guys smash the likes, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys hopefully in the Discord.